Hi everyone, it's Nicole here, the Groovy writer. I am coming to you today from a very special place. This property I am standing on is adjacent to a Civil War battlefield called Parker's Crossroads. And this was a battle that seemed to be, from what I'm researching, seemed to be fought fairly quickly. It was sort of had multiple layers to it, but it was pretty quick. But it is just a gorgeous area in Tennessee. And I am here, and it has just put me in mind to do a quick video for the channel about something that I've been talking to student writers about quite a bit lately. And that topic is foundational to literature. Whether you're writing fiction, nonfiction, poetry, memoir, whatever it might be, creative nonfiction. I'm going to move a little bit here. That topic is setting. This is obviously a naturally beautiful setting. Property's developed. I'm not on the battlefield. That's a little ways down the road. But again, this property's pretty much adjacent, and I've been told that this property likely played into the battle, but it doesn't have the plaques and the markers and all of that. This property puts me in mind, this area, this whole state, this whole region. Tennessee is just gorgeous. We drove today through Tennessee, starting in Memphis and just coming through the state, and we're well into the state now. And it has been putting me in mind of one of my favorite novels of all time. That is Charles Frazier's Cold Mountain. Some of you may have seen the movie with Renee Zellweger, Nicole Kidman. It's just an amazing movie, but the novel is just incredible. And to me, one of the things that makes it one of my probably top 5 novels of all time is Frazier's ability to describe the landscape. Now, he's not necessarily talking about Tennessee, but of course the novel is set sort of toward the end of the Civil War. Inman begins his journey, the main character, in a hospital in Raleigh, North Carolina, which is actually where we're headed in the next couple days. So I'm just super excited for multiple reasons to visit that region. But one of the things that makes that novel just such a knockout book, in my opinion, is the way that Frazier handles setting. It is rich. It is something that he does the show not tell that we as writers hear about so often, show don't tell, in that he paints a picture. You as the reader are still able to sort of conceive of the setting in your mind, and it sort of feels almost like a creation of your own mind. It's sort of an odd way to put it, I know, but Frazier just has that gift, and it's incredible. And of course he's working with in the settings from Virginia to North Carolina, he's working with some incredible settings to begin with, but still it takes a really gifted writer to be able to take a beautiful setting or a meaningful setting or a historically powerful setting, which is all three in the case of Frazier's setting and also in this setting in Tennessee, and to just bring it to life for the reader, but also not to do all the work for the reader. So we get a sense of character, we get a sense of story, and then of course there is the amazing setting. So one of the things I've been talking about with writing students lately is this importance of almost thinking of your setting as another character in your book. So it's not just that it's the place, it's not just that it's where things are set, but it is almost like it's another character. It has a life of its own. And some of these settings, and I don't care if it's a beautiful, literally life-filled setting such as this, where I don't know if you can hear the birds in the background. There's critters everywhere. There's the greenery, the lush greenery is just out of this world. Literally, it seems out of this world, especially for someone who's been living in Arizona for decades now. It's just wonderful. So whether it's something like this where it's sort of easy to bring to life because it's so life-filled, or if maybe it's something a little less obviously life-filled, such as the desert. And there are amazing writers, Edward Abbey and others, who have brought the Barbara Kingsolver, who have brought desert settings so beautifully to life as well. But I encourage you, and again, I'm reminded afresh, and so this is a great reminder to me as well. The setting isn't just a place, isn't just a stage where, we cut out the backdrop and we have the marks on the stage where the characters stand and say their lines, so to speak, in our books. But the setting can actually be its own character with its own life, its own history, and in some cases it can almost take center stage because it just wows the reader, and hopefully knocks their socks off a little bit if you are doing your job as a writer who's really immersing yourself, whether it's by research visiting someplace in person, as I'm doing now, or a combination of both. I don't think there's anything that can beat visiting your setting, or something that's, if your setting is totally fictitious, visiting a place that would perhaps be like your setting, where the weather or the smells, the sights, the flora and the fauna are similar. I don't think there's anything that beats that, combined with research, reading up, watching videos, talking to people maybe who have lived there for generations, or maybe people who are newcomers who haven't been there that long. It's all good. It's all grist for the mill. So again, coming to you from Yuma, Tennessee, it is just breathtaking, and I'll be doing more videos on the road.